Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and if you are short on time, don't worry about it because I will be knocking out everything we need to cover in about the first 10 minutes. There's not a whole lot to cover today, so we'll knock it out in the first 10 minutes. So just watch the first 10 minutes if you're short on time. Otherwise, you can stick around for the whole show. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about my market prediction for Thanksgiving week, and I've also got some stocks to buy as well as some crypto to buy for Friday. So let's get into it. Before we do, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. So please do your own research before investing in any asset. All right, let's get into the crypto markets first, and then we'll get into the stock market. And I'm going to start with Bitcoin here. StockMo let us know that crypto options expire on Friday, and that's one of the main reasons why crypto is falling right now. Another reason why crypto is dropping is because a lot of people are highly leveraged, and in some cases, they're leveraged 100 times. So when crypto falls, the leveraged positions cause the falls to be exponentially higher than they normally would be. Regardless, drops like this are normal, and Stockmo is not worried at all. He's actually looking for opportunities to buy more, and Larry Jones is as well. Now, the other crypto I want to talk about is Saitama. It's a Saitama token, and Keenan Grace let us know that Willie D, a partner of Saitama, was just sentenced to wire fraud. Uh, he was sentenced in a wire fraud scam by the FBI. And that caused a lot of FUD, and it sent Saitama down 35% on Thursday, although it did recover a little bit. But I mean, it's down 40% on the week. Keenan Grace pointed out that the wire fraud was unrelated to Saitama and actually dates back to an event that happened 9 years ago. Still, it created enough FUD to cause Saitama to drop. The other crypto we're going to talk about is MANA. This is Decentraland. And Larry Jones let us know that although most cryptocurrencies dropped on Thursday, MANA actually rose 20%. Larry Jones said MANA is a stronghold right now. And Larry also said that someone who did some technical analysis on MANA, they think it's going to get to $5 soon. Overall, the crypto market in general, Larry Jones thinks this is the last drop before the next bull run up. And anytime we get options expirations, we generally see that. We see a drop going in options, and then starting in the weekend, we just see everything rise back up. So I think he's right on that. Last one I'll talk about real fast is the SHIB, SHIB, Shiba Inu token. Keenan Grace let us know that later this month, SHIB is going to hit 1 million wallet holders. It's just a matter of when. So once that happens, that should bring more mainstream media buzz, which should be another upward catalyst for SHIB. Now, technically, SHIB dropped below the 50-day EMA today. All of the technicals remain bearish, and I still believe SHIB is going to drop down to the 100-day EMA, which would be around 4 zeros and a 3. But we'll have to just watch it and see what happens. We could get a bounce here, but I think we're going to get down to 4 zeros and a 3 before we bottom out, start going back up. Okay, let's get into the stocks. And first one we're going to talk about is DraftKings. That's DKNG. So this is an online sports betting company, and Chris Sain said DKNG remains in a buy zone. It is close to his ideal price of $35. $35 is also my ideal buy-in price. In fact, DKNG is getting so oversold, I might just buy a straight call option on this. I really, really like it. Pre-markets were up 0.36%. So we're definitely getting close to a rebound, close to a bottom out here. Next one I want to talk about is MS. This is Morgan Stanley. They're an investment bank. And Chris Sain said he likes MS at $97 or below. Now, from a value perspective, MS has a nice PE ratio of 12.45. Technically, MS is at the 100-day EMA. Although the 100-day EMA is a level of support for MS, all of the technicals remain bearish. So I'm concerned that MS might actually drop lower from here. If it does, there's a good chance it might fall all the way down to the 300-day EMA. So if you want to buy in here, I would set a stop loss at, say, $95 just in case MS continues to fall. Next one we're going to talk about is NIO, that's NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. Larry Jones bought some NIO on Thursday. He plans to dollar cost average down as NIO continues to fall. And Larry Jones said he will sell either at $45 or the day before Neo Day, whichever comes first. Larry Jones is no longer holding Neo as a long-term investment due to all of the China FUD, due to the fact that the Chinese economy is expected to slow. And for those reasons, he's no longer doing any long-term holds of Chinese stocks, but he does like Neo as a swing trade. And the last one we're going to talk about is PLTR. This is Palantir. They're a data analytics company. Chris Sain said PLTR is in his buy zone. Chris Sain reiterated his ideal buying price of $18.50. Now, personally, PLTRs are already at my ideal buying price right now. It's technically a falling knife, though, so it might continue to drop down to Chris Sain's ideal buying price of $18.50. But the fact that we are already up 1.35% in the pre-markets shows me we may very well have bounced off of this really strong support level here, and we're just going to rebound from here. So we'll have to check it, but I really like PLTR at the current price. I also really like DKNG at the current price. Okay, that does it for the normal portion of the video. And how long was that? What did we knock that out in? 6 minutes. Check that out. 6 minutes. We're done. Okay. Thank you so much. For those of you guys who don't have a lot of time, you can go. That's all the information I got for you today. For everybody else who wants to stick around, we're going to get into your stocks and just talk about them real briefly. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because it is really late in the United States. And I have not gone to bed yet, so I need to go get some sleep. But let's just go take a look at what you guys have to say. And first up, we got hello from New Zealand. Hello, Kevin. Very nice to see you. Hello from Ireland. Thank you so much. Hello from England. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello, everybody. You know, I love having this worldwide audience here. This is just great. I don't expect a whole lot of Americans to be on right now. I'm about the only Americans still up this late, but hey, I'm here for you guys. Okay, yeah, I do want to talk about VALE. This one, oops, that is not VALE. VALE is in the exact opposite direction. There we go. So, like I had said before, VALE, I love it long term, but it does remain a falling knife. The PE ratio is 14.22, very, very reasonable. This is a company that on the financials continues to see growth every quarter. I know the growth has slowed down a little bit, but they're still growing. And they have a very reasonable PE ratio. I love VALE. They have massive dividend yields. It's just a great, great company. Based upon the last dividend they did, their dividend yield is currently 23%. It's just insane dividend. And so I love VALE. I've been waiting for it to bottom out before I buy more. And so I'm just keeping my eye on it, but I got cash on the sideline. I'm going to load up on this thing. PROG, last I checked, it was dropping. It had already had its run up. Yeah. So it ran up to the 620 and now it's dropping back down. We hit the 10-day EMA here, but PROG typically goes down to the 21-day EMA before it rebounds or bounces, goes back up. So we are up in the pre-market, but I am not convinced this is going to last. If you look at what PROG did, like back here, for example, where we went down, down, up, and then down, 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 it kind of bounces a little bit, but I think we're going to get down to the 21-day EMA at around, where we're at, 21-day EMA today was $3.50. I think we'll get down to $3.50 before we bounce back up again, but I don't know. It's really, really hard to tell on these meme stocks. It just all depends upon how many retail investors jump in and start buying. Let's see what else we got. Short interest on PROG. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that real fast. We'll pull up Vortex and see what we've got on short interest. Let me just log in real fast here, guys. All right, we are logged in and we will take a look. This website works a lot faster in the middle of the night. Nobody's on bogging down the servers. Okay, PROG short interest. Utilization is 99.92, so maxed out. No shares left available tomorrow. So it's basically the full amount of short interest as possible. Let's see. We have short interest as free floats 19%. Not super high, but it's irrelevant. Really, utilization is what you're really looking at. Days to cover is 0.5, which isn't great. It's just because of the uh, much increased volume. PROG is looking less and less like a great short squeeze candidate. I really don't think it's going to short squeeze at this point. I think it's just going to run up as retail investors buy the stock on hype that it will short squeeze, but it's looking less and less like a good short squeeze candidate. All right, let's go. We talked about that one. I've talked a lot about LCID and well, LCID. Let me just bring this up real fast. So, because we might get a little bit of a rebound here temporarily. So, uh, LCID has been bouncing off of the 10-day EMA. Now, yesterday it did drop well below the 10-day EMA, which is really bearish. I mean, really bearish. But pre-markets were up 2%. It's possible we'll get a little bit of a rebound today, but I'm really concerned that the bearishness is set and this thing is going to drop. I don't know how low it'll drop, but I think it's going to drop. So I'm not. We might get a little green day on Friday, but over the next week, I think we'll drop. By the way, for Thanksgiving week, sorry, I forgot to mention this. For next week is a holiday in the United States. Okay, and Thursday is actually a Thanksgiving holiday. The markets are closed. I think Friday is a half trading day where markets are only open like half the day. But generally speaking, next week, the markets are flat. They don't have a lot of movement. Most traders take the week off, especially Friday. Friday, there's going to be like no volume, no movement at all. So if you want to trade, maybe trade like Monday through Wednesday. But Thursday, the markets are closed. Friday, the markets don't move. Terrible week for options. I'll just tell you that right now, just because they're so flat, you're just going to lose your money to implied volatility and theta. So not a great week for traders next week. And a lot of traders, like I said, they just take a whole week off because it's really a terrible week for trading stocks. But on Friday is a great day for buying options in preparation for the week after. And like I said, with the government shutdown coming at the last week in November, first week of December, it's kind of a same week. It might be a good time on Friday of next week to buy put options on the market. We'll have to see, but overall, it's going to be a really flat week next week. Not a lot of trading opportunities, not a lot of opportunities to make money, and a terrible week to trade options. Okay, got that done. Now, let's see what else. Oh, yeah, a lot of people are asking about BABA. I know this has been running up on Reddit and it's getting really popular. The fact is, Alibaba came out. They had earnings. They were absolutely dismal. I mean, really dismal. And the stock tanked 11% yesterday, as well as it should have. Look, this thing remains a falling knife. I wouldn't touch it. We got Chinese economy slowing down. You've got really bad earnings coming out of Alibaba. You've got the Chinese government taking all of Alibaba's cash to go towards their social welfare programs. It's just not a good time to be buying into Alibaba. I would not touch it. Let's see. PYPL, I'm still bullish on this. So it is still a falling knife. I still wouldn't touch it yet. But at some point, this thing is going to bottom out and go back up. I mean, PE ratio is 43, which for a technology stock is reasonable. It's still a little bit high, so it could still come down some more. But it's really getting to a fair price, I like it, but we got to wait for this thing to bottom out before we touch it. Okay. HYLN. I don't think I've talked about this one in forever. It is one of Chris Sain's old picks. Wow. Straight falling knife. Just technically, this thing is ugly. So I had gotten out of HYLN a long time ago because it had this big head and shoulders pattern, which is really bearish. And it fell, and it has continued to fall. Ever since September of last year. Terrible stock. I would not touch it at all. I just take a look at the fundamentals. No revenue. Yeah, there's no reason to be putting your money into this. Terrible stock. SPYQQQ, I've already covered that in my general market update. You can go back and watch the beginning of the video. PYPL we just did. Let's see. Okay, welcome from the West Coast. Yeah, you're up a little late, but not as late as me. But cool. Yeah, your West Coast people, is it like midnight over there? Midnight 20, something like that? So not too bad. So let's see what else we can talk about real fast. SoFi, I know that one's been kind of popular for you guys. SoFi, we still have the this was running up due to some decent earnings, but really in anticipation of that banking charter. Technically, right now it's a falling knife with no bottom in sight. I've got a bad feeling we're going to get back down here to the $16 level. If I were holding it, I would probably trade this. I'd probably sell it and try to buy back in about a week. Once we get down here to around like $17, $18. But I don't know, hard to say. I think I've been looking at SOFI as a long-term hold, not short-term. So, but just from a technical standpoint, the problem though is if you sell and they get their banking charter, this thing could shoot up to $30 in an instant, and you could miss out on the run-up. So it's kind of risky. But for like a scalp swing trade, you could sell it and buy back in later. But like I said, you're risking missing out on the run up if they get their banking charter. All right, let's see. What are you doing up in Florida? I hope you just woke up and you're off. Okay, wow. All right, well, you are crazier than I am. But welcome. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. All right, we had talked about GGPI previously. Let's take a quick look at that. I mentioned this like almost every video. Like I had said, I think I said sell on this day here. And sure enough, I said look for a sign of topping out. We got that. Now it's just straight bearishness. We do get a bounce off of the 21-day EMA. So while I wouldn't touch it yet, when it gets down to $12, I might consider buying it back in, but not till it hits $12. Let's see. Yeah, we can talk about NNDM real fast. Let's see. Okay, this is just like Hylian, just straight bearish. Although recently this is a little bit too much too fast. Why? Earnings aren't even out yet. It just wants to tank. Revenue growth has been good. Price to sales is 61, which is still stupid high. I remember this is one that, we're like, oh, this thing could get to $11, and it went all the way up to 18, which is just insane. I honestly, like, just from a fundamental standpoint, NNDM is still overvalued. From a technical standpoint, it's a falling knife. So as much as I loved NNDM back in January, I wouldn't touch it right now. GME, that is one that YouTubers don't really talk about. It's more of a Reddit thing, so we'll look into it. Obviously I can't touch the fundamentals because this is not a fundamental play, but we'll take a look at the technicals for you. Technically, this thing is ultra bullish. This is really, really strong. So one thing is going all the way back to the initial run up, this has never fallen below the 200-day EMA. And usually it bounces off of the 100-day EMA. So we had the bounce off 200, bounce off 200, bounce off the sort of, this actually might be following the SMA instead of the EMA. Let me just check it real fast. If I go to the yep, it is. So this is actually following the SMA, not the EMA. So it looks like it's bouncing off of the 200-day SMA, which, by the way, in Webull is MA. So the 95% of the stocks are going to follow the EMA, but some are going to follow the EMA, and GME is one of those that's following the MA. So it looks like it's bouncing off the 200-day MA. And what I would say on here is right now it just looks really bullish. We did have the fall on the MACD, so it might get a little bit of a drop down to possibly $180 on the low end. But long term, this is just a straight, nice, general upward trending stock. So it's looking great, but definitely one you're gonna have to be patient on. Let's go take it the short interest, which I'm sure you guys are all up to date on, but we'll take a look at it because I never talk about this on my channel. So utilization is only at 31. Nobody's really shorting the stock right now. Yeah, short interest is at 8. This is not a short squeeze candidate at all. Probably why no YouTubers are talking about it. There's just no short squeeze potential left on this at all. The only reason it's running up is because people are holding and not selling. That's it. So, just as a general overall trending upward stock, it's strong. But for short squeeze potential, it's gone. There's nothing left. All right, let's see any other. It's already talked about DraftKings. You can go back and watch the beginning of the video. Robinhood, we could talk about real fast. So my concern back in the day on Robinhood was the fact that back in January, February, March, a ton of retail investors jumped into the stock market. Robinhood, of course, saw incredible gains from that. And then Robinhood saw a lot of gains from the cryptocurrency trading. But then Robinhood made a severe mistake, and they absolutely refused to add Shiba Inu to their platform. Everybody left Robinhood and came over to Webull because Webull threw Shiba Inu on there like right away. When Cardano was running up, Webull threw Cardano on. As SHIB was running up, Webull threw SHIB on. Like, if you want quick access to a cryptocurrency that's getting a lot of traction, Webull is the way to go. Like, they get these cryptos added fast. And Robinhood lost a lot of money last quarter because they're just not putting their cryptocurrencies on there. And so it's just not looking good for Robinhood right now. By the way, if you guys want access to Webull, if you don't already have it, I have a lot of different brokers that I use. I've got TD Ameritrade, I've got Interactive Brokers, I've got Fidelity, I've got Webull, SoFi, you name it. Like, I've got a lot of different brokers I use, but Webull is where I do my trading, even though I really haven't been doing trading lately because I just haven't been getting any sleep because of my newborn. But generally speaking, Webull is where I do my trading. And if you guys want access to Webull, I've got a link for it in the promotions page. And by the way, when you sign up using my link and you deposit, well, actually, they're running a promotion right now. You just deposit any amount, even if it's only $1, and they're going to give you those 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. So it's a really, really great deal they're running right now. So if you want to help me out, they give me a free stock when you sign up. So kind of helps you out and helps me out. So just to let you guys know about that. Let's see. Am I still holding NNOX? Yes, I am. I haven't looked at this one in a while. So let's see what's going on with this. Ouch. Why? Why are you dropping? You should be like $70. Anyway, you know what? I might just end up buying more. This is stupid. They're still pre-revenue, so it's an easy company to shut down and be like, oh, they're crap. But the fact is, nothing. Okay, maybe this explains it. NanoX drops after disclosing SEC probe in a violation of securities laws. Oh, crap. Just reading through this. NanoX received a subpoena for documents. Well, okay, that explains that. They might get slapped with a fine or something. I'm not honestly super concerned about it, but obviously that's why it's dropping. Technically, it's a falling knife. This is one just like VALE that I would love to buy more of, but this has got to bottom out. The only thing I do notice on here, which is kind of interesting, is that we have if I draw this line here, and the line that I'm drawing, by the way, is I'm picking this low right here from this date back here, which was $19. And I noticed that the close was $19. So this is actually a support level on NNOX. We're already up 2% in the pre-market. So this is one that actually might be a good buy now. I got to look into this. I might end up buying this one today in my long-term portfolio, just adding on some shares because this is a good price. I mean, nothing matters on this company until they get their multi-imaging FDA approval, which won't happen until next year, probably late next year. But I really like it at this price. It's risky because it's a falling knife, but value-wise, I think it's good. All right, let's see. All right, guys, we're gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna look real fast, see if any of you guys were talking about any other like really popular ones real fast. RIVN, I think I absolutely nailed my analysis on this because I said it was never should have been the third largest automaker, and literally it dropped a ton, like what 40% in the last 2 days. Like all of the other big meme stocks, it's up in the pre-market for now. But this is one that, quite frankly, this thing should be down around like 50, $60. It honestly, like, it was overvalued when it IPO'd. There's no and look, they make an amazing product, but you got to base this thing upon sales and future sales. And based upon that, this thing should be a $50, $60 stock, not what did it get up to? 180? Like, come on, get real. So I think it's going to keep dropping until it gets down to 50 or $60. That's what I think it's going to do. Oh yeah, we'll talk about AMC real fast. Don't want to leave without talking about that guy. So obviously AMC dropped a little bit yesterday. Still, if you look here, we are still above our EMAs. So I'm not concerned about that. We'll probably get another drop today. I think next week again might be pretty flat. But in a little over a week is when I think we'll get that rebound and we'll start going back up. I don't expect a whole lot to happen on AMC for the next week. But starting what day would this be? That would be the 29th, November 29th, that last week of November. I think that week, first week of December, is when we'll see this start going back up. Just based upon the fact that a lot of people don't trade and large institutions aren't really going to be making a lot of moves. I think we're just going to be flat for the next week. Let's see. JMIA is no, I don't know how low it's going to go. They reported bad earnings. They're losing a ton of money trying to grow right now. This is another falling knife that you're just going to have to be patient on. I have no idea where it's going to bottom out. All right, I'm just quickly going. I got to get to bed here. We talked about a lot of those. Yeah, well, guys, we're going to end it right there. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you so much. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and follow the page. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click the bell icon next to subscribe and click all. Otherwise, you won't get the notifications. I want to remind you guys, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Real Scott Curry. That's facebook.com/Real Scott Curry and twitter.com/Real Scott Curry. YouTube, if you're not following on there, it's youtube.com/Stock Curry. I've always got the free Facebook group for you guys, facebook.com/group/We Profit Day and Night. The Discord, I got the 7-day free trial, scottcurry.me/Discord. Free resources over on the resources page, a whole bunch of promotions for free stocks, free crypto, that sort of stuff on the promotions page. And then the training, just a quick reminder that Zip Trader is increasing the price of his course very soon here. There's a Black Friday deal happening right now where you can get $100 off. So it brings the price down to $299, the lowest price he's pretty much ever had it at. And the coupon code for that, you go to scottcurry.me/training, you click the link, but instead of typing in StockCurry15, don't use that code. Use Black Friday 100, all one word, Black Friday 100, and that'll get you the $100 off. Like I said, last chance to get that. As always, if the markets do drop, you can invest in SPXU and SQQQ, which will help hedge your portfolio against losses. Other hedges are UVXY and VXX, and that's going to do it. I thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a lot of success trading. I will be back on Monday with another video.